You're now live. You're now live, it says. Okay, and welcome to Lights, Camera, Action with Stephen, live from Be Live, as we go over to Amazon Live and say hello. And lots happening in the broadcast today, and I'm looking forward to talking about the OBSBot tiny camera, about the USB hub plant possibly, and the stands that I'm actually using in today's broadcast. And you can see the Samsung Galaxy S22 over there. So everything is in place and we're ready to go in a short time. Thank you for watching live on Facebook. We're live on Facebook and on YouTube today, together with Twitch, and of course, live on Amazon Live. We're just waiting for the Amazon Live broadcast to start. I'm just going to refresh a tab, which you won't see. Right, so all the gear that's in this picture at the top we'll be talking about. Down below there is basically every time I talk it changes the pattern. So just an experiment for Black Friday, and we say hello to, I know I'm live now because the Streams Elements bot has said hello, and hello on Amazon, and I just need to switch my camera on. I'm here. Okay, so there we have it. Take that off and say welcome to the live broadcast today. And we're talking about everything to do with lights, camera, and action. Up above, you can see the demonstration area, which will be in use today. To the right, you can see this is, well, that way. Lights, camera, action with Stephen, broadcasting from be.live, which more and more Amazon Live broadcasters are using, which is good news. And then on the top right, you can see I just like the way that when I talk, it actually makes a pattern. The more I talk, the bigger the pattern gets. The louder I get, the louder the pattern gets. And we'll be seeing that throughout the broadcast, just to liven things up a little bit. So we can take away the second camera. Okay, so that's the second camera gone, and the screen will adjust for that. And then I'm going to take away my voice, and that will be back later with a different pattern. I'm experimenting, and that leaves you with me and the card. Okay, welcome and hello. This is Stephen live from Wiltshire, England. The introductions are here. Okay, welcome to the broadcast with Stephen live from England, and this is most decidedly lights, camera, action with me live from England. And if you basically, this show is for you there. This is a place to actually get advice, to find out more about the products that are down in the carousel. And you're actually looking at the moment, the camera I'm using is the Nexigo N970p, which I'll tell you all about, and then I'll demonstrate the features of it. Because basically, if we come down to it, if I go here, and I'm just getting underway. So let's go back here and slide down. Hide that for now because you know who you're watching, and we'll come down to here, and this is all about the Nexigo. Now what I've done is I've made a note of all the salient points so I can go through them and you can ask questions. Okay, this is key. This is live. When you go to an Amazon.com page, you can watch videos, you can read the reviews, but here you can actually ask questions as well. And if you do ask a question, I'll basically do my best to answer it. Okay, so the Nexigo N970p, which you're watching at the moment, is Zoom certified. Okay, and I can actually bring you on screen, if I go over here, a picture of the N970p, which should arrive on screen in a moment. There it is. Okay, and I've got to say that this is an impressive camera, not only from, I mean, I actually got it for the quality of the screen, and I'll show you that. I'll hide that. Let's go over here, and it's $189.99 today, which is, well, it's a good price, and it's got 445 4.5-star reviews. So the people who get the camera actually like it, which is good, and it does have onboard flash memory, which I'm going to talk about. I'm going to show you what it can do, because it can remember things. It's got AI powered auto framing. Now this, I'm using it today for one person, just me on camera, but equally well you can have 3 people on camera or 5 people on camera, and what happens is that the camera angle changes to accommodate 1, 3 or 5 people. Okay, it is a conference camera. It's dual noise cancelling microphones, and it just sits on the conference table, and it can see everybody who's present at the conference table. So if you go on a Zoom call, everybody's on the call, and that basically is the adjustable field of view. Now, the reason I got the camera is my friend Nick Wood, who I think is live at the moment on Amazon Live, has been showing me the Nexigo. The Nexigo cameras range from $50 to $190, and they're designed by Nexigo themselves, who are based just outside Seattle. And they've been in the retail business for many, many years. But 3 years ago, they decided that there was a gap in the webcam market. And now they have a range of 15 different webcams from $50. Well, you basically, and the thing I love about Nexigo, not only there's always something extra in the webcam itself, something you don't find in another webcam. In this one, for the price, it's got a Sony CMOS chip in, which is giving you the quality of the camera. Okay, so that's down to the Sony sensor, which is included within the camera. As I said a moment ago, it's got dual AI noise cancelling, and it works with, it's certified for Zoom, but it works with Teams, Zoom, WebEx, and Google. So it's an ideal conference camera. And this is the key. Okay, this is the key. It was actually built with the Sony CMOS sensor that delivers 3840 by 2160 ultra high definition resolution. So it's the resolution at 30 frames per second, which is industry standard. So it's the resolution on this camera which is the key, because it is a 4K camera. Now, at the moment, I'm broadcasting to you in 720, which is DVD quality. Then there's 1080, which is high definition. And then there's 4K, which is basically through the roof. Now, the higher the number, the more pixels, more data are actually sent over the internet, which means the picture gets clearer and clearer. Now, at 4K, it is an excellent, crisp, clear image. And the Sony CMOS.
Sorry, I don't know that.
Sorry, I have an assistant today. Yes, listening to me is the Echo Dot, and occasionally I will ask her a question and she will reply, and you will hear the answer. The Echo Dot is down in the carousel. We've got 4 Echo Dots dotted throughout the house. Do you like that bit? And we use them every single day. But we're not talking about the Echo Dot. What we're talking about is the Nexigo. And the Nexigo as a camera is the quality build. Okay, the thing about all Nexigo cameras is the quality of the build. Now, the thing about the camera itself, if I go here, this is not your typical webcam. This webcam is 7 inches wide. And as you can see, it comes with remote control, which I'll show you in a moment. It is Zoom certified, but it is big. And it's sat on top of my monitor, my BenQ monitor, which is down in the carousel. And, well, what can I say? 7 inches wide. Okay. So you've got to have space for it. Now, the thing about it is, yeah, so CMOS chip. And the next thing is it directly saves any specific settings to the webcam itself. Okay, I'm going to give you a demonstration of the webcam in a moment. And finally, before we go to the demonstration, It's got advanced face detection. And this is where the 1, 3, 5 people works. It can detect faces, and because of that, it can widen the angle of the camera to include everybody who's actually in the conference. Okay, and this is it. This is the bit that got me, because I love the clarity of the picture was the first thing that drew me in, but the second thing that drew me in is this. And this looks like a television remote control, but in fact it's a webcam remote control, and it works with the Nexigo. And I can give you a demonstration. Now what you do, you've got 10 presets that you can set up, so you can have 10 preset angles for the camera. Now this is my primary one, but if I press 2, it should zoom out. Okay, and you can see on that side, you can see the Samsung all-in-one PC, which is showing Amazon Live at the moment, and I'll give you a run through of Amazon Live at some point. On this side, you can see all my books, including my German language books. My partner Angelica is a German language teacher, so I'm perpetually learning German. I just need to press one button and I'm back. So if I want to demonstrate something, I can zoom out. I can pick up the article I want to demonstrate, which are these wonderful Aftershokz Aeropex headphones, and I can put them on. So I can do a demonstration and talk about something and show it to you. But then when I get serious, I can just press a button and zoom back in. So I'm in control, and I'm in fine control, which is not software. The thing is, with this remote control, you can zoom in gently. Yeah, you don't have to go, and you can zoom out. Okay, you can go left. Okay, let's go over to that and go up a bit. Okay, so I've got a bit of, I'm just checking things out because I'm practicing for Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, which includes Black Friday, etc. And if I go press 1 again, then you come back to me. Okay, and then I can go 3, which will take you over to the bookcase. I can go 4, which will take you back over to the monitor. And these are, I've set up 6 presets so far. And this control, which takes 2 batteries, which go there, and it just works out the box. I mean, the thing about the camera is it works Windows and Mac, no problem at all. It's a USB-C connection or a USB-A. You can take your choice. The cable is supplied with the camera, and quite a cable it is. If I go here, well, I'm just going to see. Can I actually show you? Okay. See that big blue cable there? That's the cable that's supplied with the Nexigo. It is a substantial cable. I've got a problem which I've solved. It's down in the carousel. Is the unit that you can see there, which I've plugged all. I've got 3 cameras. I've got 4 cameras and 2 microphones today. And my Microsoft Surface Book 2 has 2 USB-A slots. So I did a little digging around, as you do, and I discovered a USB, well, extension really, and it works as though you plugged it directly into the PC. So the camera is plugged into that extension and then plugged into the PC. Simply works. But I love the fact that with this remote control, I can quickly go from one angle to another. Yeah, I can zoom out. I can go round. Now, that's not to say that that's the end of it, because with every single camera that you buy, and I'm just making sure that I've actually, just a minute, needs to do something. Okay, I'm going to show you the software that comes with this as well. So we're going over to Nexigo software, and this software allows, I didn't do that. The thing is, I've discovered with 4 cameras attached, every so often the cameras talk together and they move each other. So if I move, then don't worry about it. If you're watching on Facebook or YouTube, then you've got a link to this camera. That's not an affiliate link. You can click that link and find out more. Okay, but if you're watching Amazon Live, just click the link in the carousel. Takes you to normal Amazon.com page. You're not buying it, you're just looking at it. That's important. Okay, clicking a link, you're not buying it, you're just looking. Now, I should be able to share the software with you. Just give me a second. I'm going to go over to a window and I'm going to go. I've got that piece of software about. Yeah, I got it. Okay, so what I'm going to bring on screen now is the Nexigo software. So as well as the remote control, yeah, you have software, and this is the software that comes with the Nexigo. Now, hopefully you can see, I'm going to come next to that. I'm going to take it off full screen, and hopefully I will appear at the side of it. Okay, we don't need a picture of it because we saw that earlier, so I'm going to hide that. And then I'm going to go picture in picture, and there's good. Okay, so with that, first of all, you can change the white balance. I've got that on automatic. I've got the software on my desktop. That's how I'm doing this. So let me get to the software. I can change the brightness. So if this brightness, you're not happy with it, then you can increase the brightness, or you can decrease the brightness, or you can bring it back into the center. You can change the contrast. You can change the colorway. Okay. I'm going to change color as we do that. I can change the saturation, and I'm changing all the time. If we put these side by side, yeah, then you will see that my color is changing all the time, and I can change the sharpness, make the picture sharper or less sharp. I can change the gamma setting, and I can change the backlight setting. Okay, now all I can say is that I've made a complete mess of that. Okay, because the colorways are totally off now. I've got a yellow forehead, and that's because you can do anything you like, but what I love is this. And there is a reset button on this, and if I press defaults, I go back to where I was. So I knew I was safe there. I didn't want to do that and make a mess of it. You can always go back to and start again. I can change the gain. Okay, I can change the zoom. I can zoom in. Okay, and I can zoom out again, or I can go back to the defaults. Let's go back to the defaults. Okay, I'm going to go back to here, and we're back. So you've got a combination, really. You have a combination of the remote control, which is supplied with the batteries, and if I go off solo and just click that again, basically you can either control it with the software, or you can control it with remote control. Choice is yours. And at the end of the day, this is the clearest picture I've seen on a webcam. It is the best picture I've seen. I've got the Brio, I've got the Overspot. This is the best picture. It's a static camera. It's sat on top of my BenQ monitor, and I just need to look at it occasionally so it looks as though I'm looking at you. It is a 4K camera. You can broadcast to YouTube in 4K for free using OBS, vMix, or XSplit VCam. Choice is yours. OBS is free. YouTube is free. People can watch you on YouTube today or tomorrow. If Amazon deliver the camera tomorrow, they can watch you on YouTube in 4K. They can watch you live. They can watch the replay in 4K. You can watch the replay in 4K, and you can get used to being on a 4K broadcast, because it is a totally different thing. I mean, I've done it, and the quality difference between 720, 1080, and 4K is quite amazing, really. And it's to be seen to believe. Now, the only thing I can do today is broadcast to you in 720p. And that's basically to be friendly to everybody. If basically 720, 1080, 4K, as the number goes up, the amount of data transmitted goes up. And if you're receiving my signal now, you'll still see the same me at 4K as you do at 720. So, yeah. So for the moment, 720, but the infrastructure will be built, I am sure. And pretty soon, we'll all be able to broadcast in 4K. Okay. let's go back over here, and I'm going to the carousel. If you've got any questions, then please do ask. My next camera is here, and I'm going to introduce it. It is the one and only OBSBot 4K, and it's down in the carousel at the moment. It is $215, and I need to find my notes about it. Just a minute. I'm still here, but I do need to find my notes. There they are. Okay, so what we're talking about and what you're looking at is the OBSBot Tiny PTZ 4K camera. PTZ, pan, tilt, and zoom. And it is zooming in at the moment. This is what it looks like. This is an OBSBot. What you have is you've got the lens on top, and just give me a second. This has got the greatest privacy settings of anywhere. You've got the lens on top, then you've got a 2-axis gimbal, which means it can go left and right, it can go up and down, okay, so 130 degrees. And if I switch it on, it's asleep at the moment, but if I switch it on, just watch the lens. There you are. It is now working again. So you've got the greatest way of actually getting some privacy. You can actually get it to go to sleep, which is absolutely brilliant. Okay, so let's come back to the original camera, the 4K, and that's it. It's on. Sorry, I've got the OBSBot Tiny 4K on a Lume Cube stand. This is one of the first stands that Lume Cube have made, and it is. Well, it's an elegant stand. You've got 3 legs at the bottom. You've got a lock to actually lock the 3 legs in place. You've got an extensible from 12 to 30 inches central pole. On top of that, you have a ball joint. So that's the stand on which it is. The camera itself is AI powered, and it's got auto framing and autofocus. If I go like so, then it will focus in on the remote control. That's autofocus. Everything else goes slightly out of focus, but the main focus is on the object that I'm showing you. It is AI powered, and it can track you, and we'll see that in a minute. It is a 4K video conference camera. As you'll see in a moment, this camera has 3 presets. So you can actually move the camera around whilst you're live. And if you put this on a conference table, you've got a central microphone, 1 microphone, and in the camera, if you've got 5 speakers around the table, the camera can go from person 1 to person 2, and it does that so easily. Yeah, you don't want that at the moment. I can stop sharing that, and I need to go on to the OBSBot Tiny. Okay, so this is the camera we're talking about. That's what it looks like. It is the OBSBot Tiny 4K. Now, I need to tell you that today, this camera is in fact on discount, and it's 20% off. It's $215 off, which is a great price. Yeah. And what I need to do is actually switch cameras. Excuse me a second. I'll be back in a second. I think, yeah, I'm back, and I need to press a button, and I need to come here. Right. So you're now actually looking at the OBSBot Tiny 4K PTZ camera, pan, tilt, and zoom, and it's the best. Well, for the price, this is a brilliant PTZ camera because it can pan, tilt, and zoom. And I'm just going to do my demonstration of pan, tilt, and zoom, so you know what it is. Pan, tilt up and down, and the screen behind me is moving, and zoom. Okay, PTZ. So it can pan, tilt, and zoom. We've got a comment coming in, and I'm going to show the comment on screen in a moment if all goes well. Yes. And let's just have a look at the comment. So it's suspend proceedings and take that off. And comment's going to come in. What does PTZ stand for? Says Seabass. Pan, tilt, and zoom. So if we look at the camera, and thank you for the question, if we look at the camera on the desktop, Okay, basically it can pan, it can go left and right, it can tilt up and down, and it can zoom in because the 4K camera has in fact got a 4x zoom. So the camera you're looking at now, you're watching me on now, is 4x zoom. So PTZ, pan, tilt and zoom. And basically I'm going to give you a demonstration of basically exactly what that is. And the next comment coming in is okay, thanks. You're most welcome, and thank you for question. And what that means is, see, this means that sea bass, I love the name, by the way. If I go here and I go, just a minute, I'm just trying to get something. I will get it. I was waiting for the comment to come in. That means that you are leading the snake. You're at the head of the snake. Okay, because this is just by way of explanation before we go on with the camera. This is, if I go here and go here and apply, this is a BeLive broadcast, and more broadcasters in Amazon Live are using BeLive. And what we have is a comment snake. And the comment snake, every time you comment on Amazon, okay, all you need to do is make a comment, then you're added to the snake. And we've got another comment coming in from Live Video Production Reviews, and it says, "How is your day going?" And it's turning out to be a very good day. Thank you for the question, and I do appreciate it. And let's go here. Right, and let's go back. Wind back. Hello. That's the first comment. Hello, Stephen. Thank you. Hello to you, sir. Live Video Production. And hello, Sam. Right, okay. So we're talking to Sam from Live Video Production, a fellow Amazon Live broadcaster. And we're going to get celebration in a second on screen. And Sam is explaining that he is from the group. And you can see that there. I've got a new follower, Live Video Production Reviews, in the BeLive studio. Every time somebody follows, then we get the banner across the top. I want to say a big thank you to Live Video Reviews. I also want to say a big thank you to everybody in the group that Sam is talking about, because we're becoming a totally supportive group of people who work together, help and promote each other. And over to Sam again. That's cool. It is. I agree. It is cool. Well, actually, I can go one stage further, because if I go here, you will see on screen there. I'm going to move it down. Okay, you will see a lottery jar, and as you comment on Amazon Live, your picture goes into the lottery jar, and then at any point in the broadcast, we can pick a winner. Now, the idea with this is, as far as Amazon vouchers are concerned, is a way of giving away Amazon vouchers. So as well as being featured on the snake, if you comment, you do have a chance, not today, but you do have a chance of winning an Amazon voucher, and you pick the voucher. All I need to do is press a button and the winner is picked. And if I get the wrong person, I can go on to the next one. So this is cool, says Sam. And BeLive is amazing. I totally agree. That's very kind of you to say. I'm in the and Seabass is coming back. Seabass is going to go into the lead, and I'll go in the jar even without a chance of winning today. Well, there you are. Proved it. It works. Okay, now I got to give you, if I just let me do this. That didn't work because it's the wrong camera. Oh, good. Basically, even though there's no chance of winning, Seabass has actually commented, and all you need to do is actually comment, and you've got to be in it to win it. I mean, I've got to say the comments make a live broadcast more interesting, not just for people commenting, but for me as well. So if you've got any questions about live broadcasting, then please do ask. I'm here to answer. This is a free resource from Amazon Live. And we're broadcasting Amazon.com. I'm just glad to be, I mean, I'm a Brit on Amazon.com, which is absolutely awesome. I've been here for the last 13 months and I broadcast 11 a.m. Eastern every weekday and I have a blast. Really enjoy being here. I appreciate you actually watching me and spending part of your day. And Seabass is in the jar. If you want to be in the jar, then all you need to do is to actually comment and you'll go into the jar. But it's good to see, Sam, that the group is going to do some good, because if we visit each other's broadcasts just to say hello, then it actually helps. It does help, because anybody watching, and I'm just waiting for the last comment to come in, and yes, she has a sense of humor, which I share. Absolutely brilliant. Okay, because C said it doesn't matter about the jar. It just wants to be in the jar. It's not in it to win it. It's in it to be in the jar. Absolutely brilliant. Okay. Now, and you're both in the jar now. Okay. So this is, I've forgotten which camera I'm talking about. That's good, isn't it? I'm talking, let's remind ourselves, I'm talking about the HubSpot Tiny PTZ camera. Anything can happen on my broadcasts, usually does. It is AI powered framing autofocus. We talked about that and the fact that it will focus in. Yeah. It is a 4K video conference camera, 5 people around the conference table, and it will cover them all, 1, 3, or 5. It's got dual on. I'm going to change something. Just a minute. It's annoying me. If it's annoying me, it's quite possible it's actually annoying you. So let me go here. Okay. It's got dual omnidirectional microphones, and it's got auto tracking with the 2-axis gimbal, as we saw a moment ago. It's actually the lens, camera lens is mounted on a gimbal. It's got a low light correction. Now, if I switch my light off, okay, I'm just starting some software. This should be interesting. This may or may not work. I'm known for doing things in my live broadcasts. Well, I'm just known for doing things. I'm loading a piece of software called G-Hub, which controls all Logitechs. And I've got a comment coming in, which I'll take in a second, unless it shows automatically. I'm just waiting for G-Hub to actually start. It's thinking about it at the moment. And if I go there, I love when all right, okay, just give me a second. I'll be back in a second. I'm just waiting for the software to catch up. If I switch the light off, which I've just done, then I'll go darker. I'm using the Logitech Litra Glow light, which is down in the carousel. If you scroll the carousel, you'll find it. We're talking about the HubSpot Tiny, which is $215 today, which is, just a minute, hang on, 20% discount today on this camera. Okay, and it's got low light correction. If I switch the light back on now, then you will see that it still allowed you to actually see me. Okay, but I'm brighter now. It has, okay, magical gesture control. Okay, if I go like that, the camera will follow me. If I go like that, the camera will stop following me. If I go like that, it could zoom in. And if I go like that, it could zoom out. Okay, it's actually seeing, it's not actually doing anything. Okay, just take my word for that. It has got a comment coming in. I'm going to take the comment. So just give me a second. And comment coming in says, you're watching Stephen Healey. Make sure you're followed. Thank you for that. And live production reviews. Thank you very much. I do appreciate. Yeah, excellent. Thank you. Now it's got dual. The HubSpot has dual omnidirectional microphone systems with noise reduction. and if I can find where I'm going, it's got 3 preset positions. Now, the thing about this is that you can actually go, as we've been doing, I can go from me to the desktop. Okay, so we're going down to the desktop. Okay, and you can see it's pretty dark outside now. And I can go across, zoom across 130 degrees and go past me, keep going. And I can go to the monitor, and on the monitor, just to show you this is live, just a second, I'm going to stand up, I'm going to go to the monitor, and if I scroll down, I'm going to find there my good friend, Nick Wood, and there's streaming with Nick. I'm going to go, and Nick is live on Amazon Live. Okay, all good. So that's just to show that was live, and then come back to me. So I've got 3 presets. Now, I want you to bear with me because I'm actually setting up for the weekend. Okay, the big weekend. And I'm testing things. Okay, so I've switched to Samsung on for the first time in a while. I'm going to take the snake off for a moment, in a moment, but it does have AI tracking. Okay, and versatile mounting. As you can see, you can actually put the webcam itself either on top of a monitor, which this one is, or you can put it on a tripod like the LoomCube tripod, which is there. Okay, and it's also down in the carousel. So if I take that off, you'll be able to see the tripod, and there it is. And that's a Blue Yeti microphone, in case you're wondering what it is. So we've got a Blue Yeti on the show today. And come back to me. Okay. Now, we're nearly at the point where I'm going to do a demonstration, so don't go anywhere. That's me. Okay. Amazon.com live / Stephen Healey, and versatile mounting we've got, and 3 preset positions. But the thing that makes the OBSpot, I've got 2 OBSpots. I have 2 OBSpots. I've got the OBSpot Tiny and the 4K. Yeah. And the thing that stands out to me is this, and hopefully this will work. Let's go and tap the lock, and hopefully, all things being equal, all right, what's happening here is that the OBSpot is actually tracking me as I move, and it's got the AI tracking built in. Okay, it's a PTZ camera with AI tracking, which means that you can ask it. I'm not doing anything. Yeah, I'm not touching anything. The camera is in total control, and I can move around my office. Yeah, and the camera might think about following me. Just a minute. Just a minute. You've got the top of my head at the moment. Okay, and I'm gonna do this again. If at first you don't succeed, then try again. Okay, so let's sit down. I'm going to tap that. Okay, and I'm going to stand up. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to try to avoid. It will work this time. Okay, now the thing the camera is doing automatically is it's following my face. Okay, but it's actually putting me in the center of the screen, and it's giving me headroom. Yeah, if I go down, that's better. Okay, now the thing about being stood up is that I can demonstrate whilst I'm standing up. Okay, so I can talk about product. I can do it. I can actually demonstrate better than sat down. These are Aftershocks earbuds, which are down in the carousel. Okay, let's go find them. Just a minute. I hope I can find them. Yeah, I've got them. The featured item now, which is bottom left, is this, which is the Aftershocks earbuds. Now, this is my second pair of Aftershocks. Aftershocks are the best headphones that I've found. From a safety point of view, these are ideal for when you're walking, running, jogging, or cycling. Basically, they go over your head like that and over your ears. If I turn sideways, you can see that they don't go anywhere near my ear. they're on the outside. Now, this means that your ears are still working. So you can hear the traffic all around you. You can talk to somebody next to you, all while listening to music. You can pair these headphones, on Bluetooth. It's simple and straightforward. Just go to your phone, go to Bluetooth, and you'll see Aftershokz Aeropex listed. Click it and you're connected. Now, I use these headphones when I go out walking. At 11:30 every morning, I go out, and I'm going to show you this in a minute, so I might as well take it off now. I go out wearing my Fitbit. Just a minute. Okay, my Fitbit with GPS, which is down the carousel, Fitbit Charge 5, and these headphones, and my Samsung S22 Ultra, Galaxy S22 Ultra. And I walk 4 or 5 miles listening to rock music, and that's my way of getting away from it all. And I can walk in the beautiful Wiltshire countryside, think of Stonehenge, think of rolling green hills. And this morning I did a 5.5 mile walk along the canal. The canal is Kennington Avon Canal, which runs from Bristol to London, and that is the route. Goods came in from America to Bristol on ships. They were unloaded, put onto barges, and the barges then went along the Kennington Canal all the way to London. So the goods from America were sold in London, and we're talking the 1700s here. But anyway, I can walk on there. I can go for a walk, and I basically take this Fitbit, my mobile phone, which I'm going to show you in a moment, and these headphones. Now, the thing about these headphones, as well as being able to hear everything, including a silent cyclist coming up behind you, the thing is, what you get is the sound. How does it work? Okay, the sound is received here, they vibrate, and the vibrations go through your skull, and you can hear the music. So I can listen to Def Leppard, T-Rex, and The Who, or whoever you happen to think about. I listen to music for an hour and a half whilst I'm walking, and these headphones, I forget I'm wearing them. They are so light. These headphones weigh 26 grams, which is the weight of a packet of chips, or as we'd say in the UK, a bag of crisps. Okay, so they're so lightweight. They fit perfectly. There is a mini version as well. Okay, if you click the link in the carousel to look at these, then you'll find there are 4 colorways, and there is a mini version. You can use these headphones whilst you're out running, jogging, walking, or cycling, and they're waterproof. Now, for the last week, I've been going out in the morning, I said 11:30, and 3 out of 5 times the heavens opened, the rain poured down, and I got soaked through. Literally, totally soaked through from head to toe. So much so I had to change clothes when I got home, but let's not go into that. Basically, these headphones weren't bothered, weren't fussed, no problem. Totally waterproof to IP67. Now, you can charge these headphones, and a charge takes about, well, less than an hour, and you've got the use of them for 8 hours after that. So they are a great construction, a great sound. I mean, you're going to ask me, it's not hi-fi, but it is great quality. If you're listening to loud rock music, or you're listening to your favorite podcast, if you're on Amazon Music or listening to a podcast, then they work perfectly. And the thing is that they work up to 41 feet away from the source. So if you paired your mobile phone, you could leave your mobile phone in the house and go into the garden and do some gardening and still be listening to music. Okay. Now, question asked. My partner Angelica has a pair of these, and we can talk to each other when we both go out walking, and we can talk to each other quite easily whilst listening to the music. You've got to have 2 sets of headphones because you've got 2 sets of musical choice. Okay, so I don't know. I just love these. I mean, this is my second pair. The first pair I got I'll just show you whilst we're here, because I used to demonstrate these a lot. And I just love the colorways. Okay, so this is also aftershocks, not in the carousel, but if you click the link in the carousel, you find out more about them. But what you can see is this, that when they designed these, they are lighter. They are, well, 26 grams, and they're smaller, and they fit, and they have great sound. Now, I knew that would happen. This is a live demonstration. Just a minute. How is it if you put two wires together, they get tangled? I don't know. If you know the answer to that one, then please do write in and let me know. If I put these on, okay, forget wearing them. Basically, you can take and make phone calls. Taking phone calls, one button press, and you're talking to the person. If you want to dial out, there is a voice dial, and you just say the number and it will automatically dial the number for you. So you can take calls and receive calls. On the headset itself, there is a charging socket, which is there, which is proprietary. They supply the cable for that. I said an hour's charge and it's ready for 8 hours the following day. On either side, you've got controls. I've got them leg locked again. Basically, you can increase and decrease volume, you can skip to the next track, all within the headset, and they're just, it just works. It really is a great set of headphones. Anyway, that's by the by. We're not talking about headphones, are we? If you can cast your mind back and you've been watching me for a minute or two, you will know that we're talking about the Oberspot Tiny, which is the camera that you're actually watching now. And you know that if I move around, yeah, as I'm doing, the camera is actually going to follow me. And I'm now, just wait for it to put the headroom on, I'm now basically parallel to the monitor. And I just love the tracking. Now, in terms of the tracking, you've got tracking you're watching now is so smooth. Yeah, that's the thing to notice, is the smoothness of the tracking. As I move about, then it's tracking me effortlessly. And each time, after a second or two, it gets me in the center of the screen and leaves me with headroom. Okay. You can use it for fast tracking. It can track moving people. So it could 100-yard race, sorry, and it can track people in that. It can track people running around the gym. It can only follow one person at a time, but it is absolutely, well, as a camera, as a PTZ camera, pan, tilt, and zoom, it is difficult. Just a minute. It's difficult to find its equal for the price, really. It is such a good camera. I like the Oberspot so much that I've got two Oberspots. Okay, and we've got more comments coming in. Let's have a look at the comments, shall we? And Computer Pal, welcome. Okay, I got so carried away demonstrating then that I left the comments for a moment, and then we're coming in, and we've got another comment coming in from the security. Hello, I enjoy your show so much. I've got to say here that I actually watch a lot of shows. I enjoy your show. And thank you for dropping in. So, hey, Steve, I saw your post in support thread Tuesday, and I'm talking about it. Thank you. You're now in the Belive Snake, and thank you for dropping in. And this is work. I got to say, I appreciate everybody who's dropping by today to say hello. And TSL. So I shouldn't have said the security lady. I know I'm now learning. I should have actually said TSL. Okay. And thank you for letting me into that. And another comment coming in on Amazon, and it says, hey, how do you put my head in a jar and what does it mean? I love the way the heads are floating around the screen. How do you do that? Okay, a word of explanation. Okay, let's take this stage by stage. I'm going to switch everything off, and then we're going to, so let me go just to me. Okay, so I'm going to take the logo off. Okay, and I'm just going to put my logo in place. Apply. Okay, so this is I'm actually broadcasting from be.live. Okay, I actually work for be.live. I'll come to the comments in a minute. be.live have been creating fantastic broadcasting software since October 2016. So they've got a long pedigree. They are global, and they now help Amazon Live broadcasters. That's the focus. The focus is on Amazon Live, and there's the BeLive crew, which is myself, Nick Wood, Grant Saunders, Efrahin, and Daniel Meyer, the CEO of BeLive, and we broadcast as the BeLive crew. We'll be doing that later this week. But 4 weeks ago, and the comments coming thick and fast, so I'll get through this. 4 weeks ago, BeLive had a hackathon, and as part of that hackathon, this snake was designed. Okay, and the snake is going to go around the screen now. And basically, if you comment on Amazon Live, you go onto the snake. Okay, so I can see Corinda's just joined us. So Corinda's ahead of the snake, followed by TSL, followed by live production review, and you're all in the snake. Okay, and every time you comment, you go to the front of the snake, which you've just done. Yeah. The snake is so cool, and the comments come on. I saw my hands there. Comments come on screen automatically. Thank you for that. I'll pass that on to the BeLive team. So the comments come on screen automatically if they're cool, like that comment was cool. So the snake's going round, and as you comment, you're on the head of the snake. And if I bring up now the jar, okay, what's going to happen? Anybody who comments from now on will go into the jar. Okay, so we'll wait for a comment or two to come in. Yeah, so just need a new comment. Corinda, if you'd like to help, we'll say hello to Corinda, who's my friend from London. And yeah, auto comment is on, well spotted. And security lady is saying that is so cool. And Corinda is saying we're using BeLive and it's under widgets. It's not. Yeah, you've got to request it. You're quite right, Corinda, is saying you have to request it from the support team, and the support team are great. Okay, and I'm going to catch up. So we've got we've got people in the jar. Okay, so every time you comment, you go on the snake. Right, just to let you know, there is at the moment a 35% discount on be.live. Okay, so I'll put a link afterwards, but if you look in the groups, there is a 35% discount at the moment. Over to Corinda, and Corinda is saying, do you refer? Yes, you can. Basically, I can get a winner. Okay, and the winner is Corinda. Okay, so as soon as I've got a winner, then the jar starts again. I did refresh the jar, so that explains that. And I'm going to accept that Corinda won that. And Corinda's going to supply a link. Thank you, Corinda. And I think we're now, and the security, everybody's winning today because we're not giving any vouchers away. Everybody's winning today. But now what I can do is I can switch the tip jar off, okay, and then switch it back on again, and it's empty. Okay, so in terms of giving out Amazon vouchers, this is a simplest way of doing it because everybody who comments goes in to the lottery jar and then you just pick a winner and the winner is at random. Okay, so it's not my choice. Let's catch up with the comments, and TSL said she's going to check it out. Over to Corinda, and Corinda is saying, I did refresh the jar. Yeah, I just did. And security lady used my link, and then over to the security lady, and the comments are coming in thick and fast from Amazon. I can show Amazon live comments in my studio. In reference to the Aftershokz Aeropex, do you know by chance how it compares to the True Free F1 by any chance? That's an excellent question. I don't have personal knowledge of it, but I'm always, obviously, from my point of view, I'm always interested in comparisons. So if you do have the True Free F1s, then we can perhaps swap notes about it. That would be good. Okay, and I have a question for the new Nexigo camera. My arrive. How do you get the software? With cameras. Corinda's question is, I have a question for you. The new Nexigo camera has arrived. How do I get the software? Do you have to pay for the software? No. If you're looking for Nexigo software, then go to nexigo.com, just download it. The thing is that whatever the camera you buy, whether it's a Logitech or a Nexigo or an Obusbot, there is always software that you can download for free. Just go to the website, so obusbot.com, nexigo.com, and logitech.com, and basically you can then download the software, install it, PC or Mac, and it will help you to control your camera. I'm a great believer. I mean, if you pay out and you buy hardware, and that hardware you want to get the best out of it, then I'll tell you for why. Okay, if I go, and what I'm going to do, I'm going to give you a demonstration. Just catch up with the comments first. And right, so that's the Aftershokz. Thank you. I would love to compare notes. And over to Corinda, and a question for you next again, and then over to live production reviews, who's also in the snake. No, I don't. No, I don't. I'm just practicing. I'm practicing. I will have giveaways on Friday, but for the moment, no, I don't. If you've got any advice on giveaways, then I'm open to advice. I really am. And Corinda, back on top of the snake, is saying, I see. Corinda, thank you for the comments. Right. Okay. Now, Corinda just raised a good question. And basically, there is software to accompany every camera. And the thing is that if you don't get the software, I'm just hoping this works, then if you don't get the software, you'll look like this. This is the default settings for the camera. Okay, this is the Obusbot's default settings. And you can see the screen over there with Nick Wood on, and you can see the chest set over there. And this is the default view. If you get the software, you're in control. And it means that I can zoom in. Yeah. Zoom into here. Okay. Perhaps a bit smidgen out. Okay. So let's get me back out again. And there we are. So the software is important. Now, as to what the software looks like, if I stop sharing, okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you the software that comes with the Obusbot Tiny. So give me a second. I need to go to the window. I'm going to screen share. Okay, so sharing, and I'm going to bring in the software and put it full screen. Okay, so this is the software, right? Shall we just stop the snake for a minute? Or we'll stop the tip jar, because thank you, guys. So I was going to switch the tip lottery jar off and the snake. I'll put it back in a minute, I promise. I just want to go through this bit. I'm going to take the logo off as well. So we're totally clear. This is the software that controls the Nexigo. And if I go side by side, which I'm going to do in a second, yeah. Now, that's what the Obusbot looks like. And it's $215, 20% off today. And this is the software that controls it. Now I have this software on my desktop. Okay, now the first thing that we said about the software is 3 views. If I go to desktop, then the camera goes to the desktop. If I come to me, the camera comes back to me. If I go over to all-in-one PC, the Samsung, then it goes to the Samsung PC showing Mr. Nick Wood, and then back to me. So the 3 presets I control just by tapping a button. I can move the camera up and down, left and right, and then thankfully I can press the button to come back to where I was. So you have total control of the camera with the software. You can go, and let's just go side by side for a moment, because if I go 65 degrees, that is tight, 78 degrees is wider, 86 degrees, and I'm zooming out. So I can zoom in and out using the 3 buttons. It's the first time I've done this demonstration. It works quite well. If I make a mess, I can press reset. Otherwise, I can go from me to the desktop to the all-in-one and back to me. And as we've just seen, if I press the tab lock, then basically I can stand up and the camera is tracking me. So that's how I'm controlling this. All I need to do to get the camera to track me is to tap the tap lock button, and it just simply works. And this for the price, $215, 20% off today. This Obspot PTZ camera, 4K. It is 4 times zoom, 4K broadcasting to YouTube and to anywhere else that's access 4K. On that note, if I just sit down again, let's go here. Just a minute, and the comment coming in. I'm back. I just want to switch the iPad on again. Just a minute. Okay, brilliant. And we say hello. Oh, wonderful, wonderful. The tracking is such a cool feature. It is, and thank you for joining me on the broadcast today. Absolutely brilliant. I think that the group support is working awesomely, and I'm looking forward to watching everybody else's shows as well. Mutual support is always a win-win situation. And my purse strings, thank you for the comment. Thank you for joining me. And that's it. And oh, thanks for the demo. You're more than welcome. Okay. I enjoy doing this. I really do. I really do enjoy demonstrating software. And groups, yeah, we agree on that. I think this is going to be the group where instead of looking for, we're actually going to help each other. You're helping me enormously today. I do appreciate it. It makes a difference to have the support of everybody. Everybody who's commenting at the moment is actually an Amazon Live broadcaster. Now, shout out to all of you. If you want to put a link to your Amazon Live broadcasts in the comments, please do. I should have said that earlier. I know, but I got so carried away. I should have said that earlier. So I'm going to go full screen now. And just let me check. Just want to check something. Right. Okay, now we're coming to a different part of the demonstration. And so the last comment was, I have to try and be live after the holidays. That's a good idea. Okay, if you need any help at all, just let me know. I'm here to help. I'm part of Be Live. I'm here to help. And thank you. Okay, so you follow live production reviews there. You can follow Corinda. What the move tab mean? Just a minute, Corinda. The move tab. Where have you seen more? Says more. Okay, and it's the more tab, Corinda, and you can ask it to sleep after 5-10 minutes, I'm going to put that up to 10 minutes. You can switch the gesture control on and off. You can switch the zoom on and off. You can change the screen mode from landscape to portrait. Okay. You can set the initial position. You can have noise reduction on, which I have at the moment. Is the microphone on when the camera is asleep? Yes. Do I want to flip the image? Do I want to turn it upside down? Okay, or the side. And the firmware version, and it's telling me there is an update available. So all of that, Corinda, is under the More button. And next comment. Yeah, so follow computer panel there. And that's the link. Okay, excellent. And TSL, link to follow TSL is there, and computer panel. Brilliant. Okay. Right now, thank you for the question, Corinda. I hope that's answered what the extra tab is about. This is not right. Right. Okay. Now you may notice a green screen behind me. Just that's the OBSpot, though. By the way, and we've done the OBSpot, so I'm going to move on to something else now. Now, just let me find it. This is something that you don't normally think about. Okay, I've got a green screen behind me. It's down in the carousel now. It is the Fovitech green screen, which is 22% off today. I need these to read. Yeah, it's 22% off today. It's $77.95. Now, background removal is both an art and a science. Yeah, and you can get background removal software, which is very good. And the background removal software, people say you don't need a green screen. Well, if you don't have a green screen, the picture will look okay. But if you check around your head, yeah, and count your fingers, you may well find that it's not perfect. If you want near perfect, you need a green screen. Now, why would you have background removal software? And hopefully this bit will work. If I click there and I go here, okay, the thing about background removal software is that you can be anywhere in the world. Yeah. If you've got a green screen and you've got the images, you can physically have any backdrop that you like. Yeah. You can backdrops from your own photographs. This is one of my photographs. You can have backdrops from unsplash.com. Just a minute. Let me just find that. If I go here, let's go down here. If you want free images, then I think I've got it somewhere here. Unless Corinda's here and you can type it in. Unsplash.com. Okay, and yes, I am. Yeah. And Corinda is agreeing and saying, am I going to talk about XSplit VCam? Well, I'm talking about green screens. I'm talking about the green screen in the carousel and why you need one. And out to Computer Pal. Just follow your live. Thank you. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. You can get your own photographs. Yeah. You can use photographs from unsplash.com. You can have a website as a background. You can have a YouTube video as a background. You can change the story. The whole thing is, let's just go back a minute. This is how I look. Yeah, this is how I look on camera. The green screen is there to hide things. Yeah. So the only thing you see on camera is me and the green screen. That's how I've set it up. But the next thing I do is remove the background. Okay. And what happens now is the background's gone. Yeah. All you've got is me and no background. Then I pick up a background and it's put in. It goes in behind me. Okay. So the background is behind me. And I can have, again, another of my photographs. Okay. This is where I went for a walk this morning. This is what the canal that goes from Bristol to London. And I walked exactly down, if I could point to it. Just a minute. How can I, over there, that path I walked on that. This is Queen Elizabeth II Gardens in Salisbury. This is the Court Garden, which is close by to us. And this place you should recognise. This is Stonehenge. I live about 30 minutes away from Stonehenge. And I didn't take that photograph, but I did take this photograph. So what I'm saying about backdrops is that you can change your game if you get a backdrop, and if you've got a backdrop, then this works. It simply works, yeah? And no matter which camera you've got, which system you're broadcasting on, this works on Zoom, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter or Twitch, background removal software. It's called XSplit VCam. And just a note, it's on offer at the moment. It's not on Amazon, unfortunately, but if you search for XSplit VCam, then you'll find it's on a very special offer at the moment. And this is the name of it. XSplit VCam is the software I'm using, and the background screen behind me. Just a minute, let me find. I've got so much software running today. The backdrop behind me is the one that's down the carousel, which is the Fovitech green screen. And the Fovitech green screen, green on one side, blue on the other. It's foldable, so you can take it and move it, and it simply works. And you can change the way you look on camera anytime you like, and you can even, if I can find the one I'm looking for, I'll show you. Yeah, you can even have a rainbow on your broadcast. So there you have it, all the different things you can do with XSplit VCam. And the green screen that's actually down in the carousel at the moment. Right, back to the comments. And Corinda's comment was, yes, I was talked about XSplit VCam, just followed you, and thank you very much. And over to Corinda again, and Corinda is saying, I don't know you. The Belive, no. The thing I talk about the XSplit one because it's transportable from one system to another. So whether you're on Belive or Restream or Zoom or anywhere you are, you can take this background with you. The Belive background is from NVIDIA, and it is excellent. But I'm talking about a portable one because I realize that not everybody yet is using Belive, Corinda. Thank you for the point. Okay, so let's go over here. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch cameras. Okay. Hopefully this will work. If it doesn't work, and just a minute. Just waiting a second. I'm waiting for confirmation of something. It should be in a minute. Okay. And we're just waiting. I'm still here, but we're negotiating. I'm actually trying to get a camera involved. And if I take the background off, okay, I'm going to take the background off here because you've got the side of my head. Okay, the next thing we're going to look at is down in the carousel, and just let me find it first of all. And you can see a side view of me. My apologies for that. You'll understand why in a moment. I'm just looking, right, need glasses for a moment. Okay. The Samsung Galaxy Ultra is what we're looking at the moment. It's $899.99, which is 25% off. Now, the thing about this is, I'm actually broadcasting now to you using the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra as a webcam. And I wanted to show you the quality of this webcam. It is, I mean, a mobile phone camera is the best webcam you're going to find anywhere. Okay. Now I'll show you how I'm doing this. Just a second. I'm using XSplit VCam to bring my mobile camera into my BeLive studio. And that means that I'm actually broadcasting live into the BeLive studio over to Amazon Live from my webcam. But as you can see the full screen. I'm just looking at the camera. You can actually bring in everything like the comments, the lower thirds, all come in automatically and are overlaid on the image that's actually coming from the camera, just as with any other camera. But I think the thing is, Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, I'll show you the physical phone in a moment, but I want to talk about basically the spec of this camera. This webcam, Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and let me just go here to show you what we're talking about. If I go and I go there, just give me a second, and it will get there. I just need to go through here, and it's not working. All right, I'll tell you about it. Okay. Now, one of the things is that when you're presenting on Amazon, you've got to know your stuff. You've got to know what you're talking about. I own 75% at least of what's in the carousel. I'm glad to own a Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. It is the flagship Samsung phone for 2022. It is on discount today. It is $300 saving today. This is the best mobile phone I've had. It has basically 8K video and 8K images. The front-facing camera is 40 megapixels. The rear-facing camera is 108 megapixels. This is the best camera that Samsung ever done, 108 megapixels. It has lenses for 3 times zoom and 10 times zoom, which come into play automatically. You don't need to do anything. All you need to do is take the photograph. I'll show you some photographs in a minute taken with this, because seeing's believing. I'm going to show you some photographs taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and I'm going to play you a short video as well. That's a demonstration. But it is RAM-wise, 256 gig, 128, 512, 8K camera, and it's got a stabilizer built in. So if I was to, just a minute, if I was to move around, and I can do this, if I was to move around, then basically the picture is being kept stable because it's got a stabilizer. And because this is a mobile camera, I can actually go and give you a conducted tour. There's the window. Yeah. So we're actually using the Samsung Galaxy S22 as a webcam. The microphone is still the Blue Yeti. Yeah. And the software that hide. I'm just trying to catch up with the comments. Okay, I'll carry on with this and I'll come to the comments. Okay. It is brilliant for video. You've got 8K video, and to show it to you, I've got to bring the resolution right down. It has, and this should work. Just a minute. It might be hazy. You've got my hand in front of my face. Sorry about that. It just shows it's live. And if I go here, okay, you can still see me. This is the S Pen, which used to be with the Galaxy Note. Yeah, it's now with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. You can use this to take notes. There are 7 different apps. It says you couldn't connect to the S Pen, probably because it's broadcasting at the moment. There are several different apps already on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, which you can use with the S Pen. The other thing is that the S Pen has air gestures, which means that you can take photos. Instead of clicking the screen, you can just swipe with the pen. The other thing is, and it's the little things that make a difference. If you're in a no phones meeting where you're not allowed to have your phone on, then what you can do is you can take notes with the S Pen whilst your phone is off, and you can save them. Yeah. And then when the meeting's over, you can go to your notes and you can carry on. So you can take notes on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. Now, basically, it's been unlocked by Samsung, so you can go to your favorite carrier and get the SIM cards. it's dual SIM. So you can have 2 phone numbers, 2 sets of text messages, and simple and straightforward. I did it. And if I can do it, you can do it. I think without further ado, what I'm going to do is, because I just wanted to show you the quality of the picture, and you can see that's my iPad, which is controlling this broadcast with all the wonderful comments on. There's a rucksack on the door, and there is a picture of Avebury Stone Circle. Okay, in case you're wondering what the picture is, it's Avebury Stone Circle. Stone Circle, built at the same time as Stonehenge, but not quite as famous. Okay, so, and the door behind me is a door. Right, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to change cameras again, and I'm going to come back to that one. Okay, this change is going to take a second, but I should be back on screen with you in a second. I should be back. I'm on my way back. Okay, I'm going to switch actually to this camera. Okay, this is better. This has got better lighting. Right, okay. So that was the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And I'm just going to go to the comments for a second. So just give me a second. We're talking about, there we are. We're talking about Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. I'll just broadcast live using it. Let's go to the comments and go over to ComputerPal. And ComputerPal, just follow your brother, thank you. And over to Corinda. And Corinda is saying, it is not the same. No, it's 2 separate pieces of software, Corinda. And thank you. And thank you very much. And we say hello. Hello to Eileen. Hi. Now, Eileen and I have known each other for years, since the good old Blab days. We've been broadcasting, and well, it's just great to see you here, and thank you for dropping by. And on that note, I'm going to go, and I'm basically, Eileen's here. I'm going to switch on the snake, okay, because Eileen is now at the head of the snake. I'm going to switch on the tip jar. I'm going to put the tip jar up here, okay, and anybody who makes a comment from now onwards will appear in the jar. So there's Eileen at the head of the snake down below, and Corinda's there, and ComputerPal, and TSL is there. I'm there. Everybody is on the snake. Okay, and the next person who comments on Amazon will be in the jar. And on Friday, I will be doing a Amazon voucher draw using this software. Eileen's commented again. She's in the jar. Okay, and I say I love the comment snake and the tip jar too. Yeah, and me too. It's basically, it's a game changer. It just makes life so easy, because it means now that we can have giveaways on BeLive, which is absolutely brilliant. I just want to go and do one thing. Just give me a second. Which camera am I on? I need to check which camera I'm on. All right. Okay, just a second. I need to do something. Okay, so we're back. The Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. As I said during my talk a moment ago, I'm just going to change up a minute. Just let me change something. I'm going to go here, and I'm going to change my set to that one and go here. And the text is now smaller. Okay. The phone has the brightest display that Samsung have ever produced. Okay, and I can attest to that. In bright sunlight, you can actually see the screen display. And it has been sunny in the UK. I was able to see the screen. It's got the S Pen, which I showed to you. In fact, the S Pen, this S Pen. Okay. As I said, you can write with it, and you can basically take photographs with it. It's got a long battery life. I unfortunately let mine run down. Using a charger or a brick, you can recharge within the hour, and then you've got 24 to 30 hours battery life. It does shoot 4K super steady video. It's got a built-in stabilizer, which means if I just, let's let me find it. Possibly not. No, I'm going to carry on. It's got nightography, okay, which is the ability to take photographs at night. Okay, it has 108 megapixel. Yeah, if 108 megapixel camera. It's got adaptive color display, and it's got a long-lasting battery plus fast charging if you get the charger, which is down in the carousel. It's got the embedded S Pen, which we talked about a moment ago. It's unlocked by Samsung, so 2 SIM cards. It's dual SIM. The phone itself is, well, if I go here, just a minute. This is the phone case that I've got, because the phone's obviously, you know, it's in use. The phone is 6.8 inches tall. It's got a WQHD screen and 120 hertz adaptive refresh rate. Okay, it's charging 5,000 milliamps, 45-watt charger. You can do it wireless at 15 watts, but the lower the wattage, the longer it takes. The rear camera, as I said, 108 megapixel, the front camera 40 megapixel, and the camera was released February 9th, 2022. Right, now, I can obviously, excuse me, I'm just destroying my office. Gives me a chance to show you the Blue Yeti box. Okay, I've got boxes all everywhere. Okay, and also down here, I've got Stream Deck as well. Okay, I've got boxes everywhere. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you some photographs. I'm going to stop sharing. That shouldn't affect anything. And basically, if I go here, I can show you 1 or 2 photographs actually taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. So let's go down here, and here we are. Image number 1, taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. And this is, if I tell you a bit about it, just a second, just let me switch this off. I'm going to switch off the snake, switch off the tip jar. Thank you for contributing. This is taken with the camera on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. This is local to me, and so is this. Okay, Queen Elizabeth Gardens in Salisbury. And if I go over here, I should find one more image. And the comments coming from Corinda. Where that photo from? Well, I took it, Corinda, and that is Salisbury. Okay, that is the Queen Elizabeth II Gardens in Salisbury, and this is the Courts Garden. Now, if I take that off full screen, just let me come here. Okay, I want to hide that picture. So I've got the locks. I want to switch this, hang on. I need to switch that camera off and switch this camera on. Okay, so we're now back. Okay, and I'm back live. That's good. Okay. What I'm going to do, I showed you some photographs taken with the camera on the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to show you a short video this video was created using the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. So let's put the video full screen, and I'll be back in 2 minutes. And in the meantime, do enjoy. Quartz Garden and just had lunch. And the thing about the Quartz Garden is it's a beautiful place to actually stroll around and just enjoy the gardens. So I'm just going to walk around, and I am using my Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra and my new DJI OM5 gimbal. I've got the internal microphone on the Samsung, so no external mic. I'll try an external mic next time, but it's just so beautiful today. It's about 28 degrees, and I'm just going to try something here, because if I do this, I should be able to change the view. Okay, that's not what I wanted. I'm going to come down again. It's actually stuck, isn't it? Wait a minute. Let's adjust this. This is just a trial. Okay, so I'm going to go like that, or like that, or like that. I've got to be able to see what's on the screen, so I can see what's on the screen. And just wondering how steady this is. This is better than actually holding the phone. It's a lot easier to actually grip the gimbal than it is to actually grip the phone, so this is a win. But there's so many things this gimbal can do, and I really haven't learnt half of them, or even a quarter of them. But let's look at the borders, and there are people here today. Car park was full, but I don't think everybody actually came over here. But there's just flowers here in full bloom. We are at the beginning of August, first week in August, and the grounds here are just absolutely stunning. Now, the other thing that's important this year is that I'm back. Okay, so that was the Quartz Garden in Wiltshire, and that video was taken with the Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra. So that's the quality of the video that you can actually get, and it's super steady because it's got the built-in stabilizer. So that's it. The Quartz Garden, Wiltshire, beautiful place, former industrial estate, and now beautiful English country garden. It's a great place to go for a walk. Angelica and I enjoy going over there and just spending an hour or two just walking around the gardens. A very pleasant thing to do. Okay, now talking about walking, what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about, if I can find it down in the dashboard, let me just go and find it. I found it. Now I'm telling you about this now. Down in the carousel now is this, and this is the Fitbit Charge 5. It is the first Fitbit to have colour, and what's more, it has GPS. Now, the whole point of a Fitbit is to stay fit, okay? It is to keep you fit, to keep you focused, to keep you on the path to staying healthy. And this is my 5th Fitbit. I've been wearing these for the last 8 years, and they have helped me to stay fit. Walking is one of the simplest exercises you can do. As soon as you go out your front door, you're exercising. Yeah, as soon as you leave the house, you're exercising. The job of a Fitbit is to count your steps. Okay, 2,000 steps equals 1 mile, and I try and do 8,000 steps a day, which is 4 miles. That's only the beginning of the story. I'm going to tell you the full story now, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to share my personal Fitbit dashboard. When you get the Fitbit, there's no subscription. You pay the one fee down in the carousel at the moment, and then everything I'm about to show you is free. It is free. There is no charge for anything I'm about to show you. So let's share screen. And I'm going to go over here, and I'm going to go to the Chrome tab, and I'm going to share that tab. And I'm going to show you my own personal Fitbit dashboard. I'm just waiting to come back. I can close that tab and come back to me, and then I can share my screen. And what I'm going to do is put it full screen. Okay, this is my personal Fitbit dashboard. I'm going to appear on screen so you can see that I'm still here and still talking. So let's take that off solo, and I should appear in a second. Bottom right, we've watched the video, we can hide that. Okay, you've seen the images taken with the S22 Ultra, we can hide that and hide that. And that then brings us this way around. This is my personal dashboard on Fitbit.com. Okay, and the idea is the first thing about this is community. Fitbit is about people. There are millions, literally millions of people around the world using a Fitbit to stay fit. And you can join the Fitbit community for free, and you can join in the forums. That's the first place. So you can get help and advice on staying fit with the Fitbit. But the thing is, what you have, I'm going to come back so you can actually see, what you have is basically the opportunity to meet people from around the world, all of whom have one thing in common with you, a Fitbit. And basically, they use the Fitbit to stay fit too. Now, every week, there are 2 competitions run by members for members. There's a weekday competition, Monday through Friday, and a weekend competition, Saturday and Sunday. And the idea is it's a ladder. And the idea is who can do the most steps over the weekend. Now, I am never going to be top of the ladder, but I do try to be sort of just below. And that's what you need. Every time at the moment, I'm taking part in 4 challenges. And they're free by members for members. And basically, every time I go out the door and I do a 3-mile walk, people cheer me, which is brilliant. It's basically push. When you first start fitness regime, your family and your friends support you, and absolutely brilliant. And then it starts to go downhill. But this is consistent. This is people who will support you every single day of the year. Build your community. Take part in the challenges. Get to know people, because you can type messages as well as being on the leaderboard. And it's for everybody. It's not about coming top. It's about doing something. Just do it. Okay. Now, on the dashboard, as you will see, it's actually tracking my sleep. And I slept for 8 hours, 30 minutes last night. And if you wear your Fitbit to bed for 4 nights, it will in fact give you recommendations as to how you can improve your sleeping pattern. Right. The next one is basically what's the maximum number of steps you've done. And the maximum number of steps I've done is 60,000 in a day. I walk marathons. Okay. Now, I'm going to give up on that. It will track your weight. You can record your weight either on iPhone or Android phone, and you can track your weight. The other thing is it's got a food diary with all the American foodstuffs in it, so you can keep a food diary. This is free. This is free weight tracking. This is free food diary. Then it tells you whether you've been active, and I've been active for 99 minutes on average every day for the last 28 days, and I'm improving. But the major thing about the Fitbit that's in the carousel is this. The Fitbit counts your steps. Fitbit.com keeps track of everything you've ever done. Okay, so it's telling me there that I have done 5.48 miles today. Okay, and you can see where the exercise was. It tells me that this week I've walked 32.18 miles. And the year, and this is the one I'm interested in, I want to walk 1,000 miles a year. I'm getting there, and it's the Fitbit that's actually driving me to do that. So it's keeping track of what I've done today, this week, this month, and the year to date, and my target is to get to 1,000 miles. But the other thing it's doing, every time you go out, because it's got GPS, yeah, and I'm going to go here. It'll take a second. Okay. Because it's got GPS, there is no other software involved. This is purely from the Fitbit. There's another piece of software involved. This information is coming direct from Fitbit. That is the walk that I took this morning. And as you can see, I started off from home. I went towards the canal. So I got to the canal, which is there. I walked along the canal. Okay, that's the flat bit. And then we start to go downhill at the canal, past the locks. The blue oblongs are locks, the longest set of locks in the world, which I showed you a moment ago. I carried on walking down, a bit muddy, but never mind. Then I crossed over and I walked back on the other side. And you can see the miles going up as I'm walking. And basically, it's giving me everything about everything I did this morning. And if I go here, I went up the hill, through town, and then went back home. Now, the average walking pace, if we walk normally, is 20 minutes a mile. 3 miles an hour is the average walking pace. It does vary with age, but it is 16 minutes 47 for me. I did on average this morning, and as you can see there, I actually got down to 13 minutes 55. But the major thing about this is not just the map. The map is good, but this is the key thing. As you're walking, it's measuring your heart rate, and it is determining how hard you are working. And this morning, when I went out, I did 31 minutes cardio exercise and 31 minutes, I think that's, I need my glasses just a minute, 51 minutes fat burn. Okay. Now, to me, that's good. It means I'm exercising my heart and I'm losing weight at the same time. And that's because I'm walking. You can see the calorie burn, and that increases as we go uphill and get faster and faster. And this morning I did 9,700 steps, burnt 615 calories, and had 85 active minutes. Now, all this information I'm showing you is totally free if you get a Fitbit Charge 5. The Fitbit Charge 5 is the Fitbit with GPS. Yeah. Oh, wait a minute. That was good. Okay. This is what I meant to show you. Sorry about that. That was good. I'm going to go. Oh dear. What I meant to do was this. I'm going to do that again. Right. Okay. Because it has GPS, then basically you get a map. You get to know your pace. You get to know your heart rate and whether you're doing cardio or fat burn. And you get to know the calories burned. And this is what I was trying to explain to you earlier. I went out the house, and now it makes sense. And then I went towards the canal. I walked down the canal and to the bottom of the canal, across the locks, up the other side. Yeah, so I'm walking up the other side. I'm getting closer and closer to home. I'm going faster and faster as I get closer to home. But the thing it's doing is it's measuring my heart rate whilst I'm walking. And that means that it can tell me whether the walk did me good. And it is saying I did good because for 31 minutes I was exercising my heart, and for 51 minutes I was doing fat burn. Okay, so this watch, it's also a watch, by the way, is actually tracking your health. You're becoming part of a community. Yeah, if we go back to the dashboard for a minute, you're becoming part of a community of people who will take part in weekday and weekend challenges with you. It's actually tracking your exercise. It's actually giving you maps. And the watch stores what you did in a day. Fitbit.com stores what you've done today, 5.48 miles, this week, 32 miles this month, 137 miles 69, and this year to date 947,899. My target is to do 1,000 miles. The Fitbit is helping me do that, and every time I go out for a walk, I'm getting the map and I'm getting the health information. It's telling me about the cardio burn and it's telling me about the fat burn. Because the thing is, I'm not a doctor. Okay, so please take this under advisement. I am not a doctor, but this device keeps me fit because I know when I'm doing good exercise. As soon as you go out your door and go for a walk, you're exercising, and that's doing you good. It's uplifting your spirits, if nothing else, especially after the last couple of years. But to get the maximum benefits, you've got to walk a little bit faster. Now, as I say, we walk at 3 miles an hour, 20 minutes a mile. As soon as you get, under advisement, as soon as you get lower than 19 minutes, 18 minutes, you're actually exercising and doing your body good. Yeah. Now, not everybody can accept that, but if you can walk, do. If you can walk 4 miles a day, you'll feel a lot better for it. I'll tell you what I do. 11:30 every morning, 11:30 Monday, Tuesday, and Thursday. Yeah. I put my Fitbit on, which I'm trying to do at the moment. Let's go over here. I put my Fitbit on. I put my headphones on. I pair my headphones with my mobile phone, Samsung Galaxy S22 Ultra, and I go out the door and I walk for an hour and a half. Yeah, I do 5 or 6 miles in that time. And that's my way of keeping fit. On Saturday, Angelica and I do a park run, which is 5K. Saturday morning, 9 o'clock in the UK, hundreds of different parks throughout the UK. People get together with the purpose of running or walking 5 kilometers, 3.1 miles. And we go to our local town, which is Melksham, and over 130 people last weekend, Saturday morning, 9 o'clock, went for a walk, and they're all wearing Fitbits. Yeah. And they're getting fit and staying fit. Now, Angelica's aim is to actually run the 5K. My aim is to do the 5K in 45 minutes. I'm on my way. I'm staying fit. I'm getting fitter. I can feel it. It's the Fitbit that's helping with that. And if I go here, I'm just trying to find something. There it is. It's the Fitbit that's actually helping with that. Yeah, the Fitbit Charge 5 is the one that's got the GPS. It's the one that does the maps. Everything I've shown you is free. Yeah. Once you've got the Fitbit, there is no subscription at all. Everything is free once you've got a Fitbit. Now, I'm going to, Fitbit is something you should buy for yourself to stay fit. 1. 2, nobody expects to get a Fitbit for Christmas. They don't. They don't expect that you're going to buy them a Fitbit for Christmas. But if you do, then you're actually giving the gift of health. Because if they use it, then it will do them good. Right. Now, I'm not a medical doctor. I'm just giving you my opinion. Okay. Now, I want to say a big thank you to everybody who's joined me today. Just a reminder, if we go over here and I go here and here. Okay. Your host is Stephen Healey from England. We've been talking about live broadcasting. We've talked about the Brio and the Samsung S22 mobile. I do want to say thank you for watching. It helps. It's absolutely amazing. And I do enjoy your company. I'm back tomorrow, Wednesday, 11 a.m. Eastern. Thank you for watching. Tomorrow, when you join me, comment, ask questions. I'm here to help. I'm one of over 2,000 live broadcasters with amazing expertise, which is available to you for free. Live questions about things you're interested in, anything about live broadcasting, you can ask me. and I'll do my best to answer. If I don't know, I'll ask Eileen or Corinda or live production. We'll get the answer for you. We're here to help. All the people that you've seen so far, live production and Corinda, Eileen, Computer Pal, the security lady. I've had so many comments today. And my purse strings. Thank you all for joining me live today. It is a cool feature. Tracking is such a cool feature. I want to say a big thank you. Back again tomorrow, 11 o'clock. Practicing for Black Friday and Cyber Monday. If you want to join me then, please do. This has been Stephen, live from Wiltshire in England, saying thank you. Enjoy the rest of your day. And I look forward to seeing you again soon. Bye for now. Oh, wait a minute. Let's take that off first. I'm hiding. Okay, I want to say goodbye for now. Take care. I'll see you again soon. Bye.